Okay. Hello. Welcome back to yet another episode of me pretending to be a functional adult. It's, been a bit of a thing lately, actually. Right. What are we up to today? So, mushroom sauce. I've got mushrooms that I prepared earlier, crushed up with some salt. And over on the bench over there, I currently have a pot treating my glassware. What else? First up, going to be putting together spices. Ginger here. What else? Garlic. Make note, this is one of those spice things where it's basically throw whatever spices you have on hand in. I will select other things as I find them. What else am I going to be putting in? Oh yeah, I lost 2 onions. Okay. I also happen to have some turmeric, which is nice. What else do I need? Probably gonna need to smash up some pepper as well. So that'll be fun. Right, first things first though. Garlic. I'm just gonna use the rest of what I have here. That's off. So is that one. Dehydrated too much and all that. And they will be going right into my food processor once I peel them. Which I have set up right over here. Other things. Yes, haven't been streaming for a little while for a variety of reasons. Mostly coming down to my migraines and depression. Yay! Hopefully, they won't bother me for a little while. And I am very excited that Silksong is finally coming out, so there's that. What else? Other things that will be going in the mix. Got a bit of mixed herbs there. I might actually put in some cayenne pepper this time. There's no real recipe for this. So that's always a fun little one. What else? My brain is absolutely fried right now, and I'm not sure why. I swear I had actual plans for what I was going to say, and now that I'm actually in front of the camera, it's all just gone. It's completely gone. And I'm not sure why. I will put those in the food processor. Grab a, I don't know, chunk of garlic, like... How much garlic do I want in this? That much... Okay. I mean, not garlic, ginger. Words. I swear. If my head wasn't screwed on, I would lose it. I should probably actually turn that down a little. Right. My bottle's rattling aggressively. Doesn't need to be quite that hot. Yeah. So, you know. I've turned you down and taken the lid off, so it's rattling. Sounds kind of like it's annoyed at me, actually. Oh dear. I don't know. Guess that goes in there too. I swear there must be something up with the thermostat on that, considering how it's going rattling in surges. I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely guessing there's something up with the thermostat in that. Oh. Right, turmeric. Which one should I grab? Guess I'll do. Do have to clean it off. Would help if I turned the computer farther, but you know, my hands are currently wet, so whatever. Computer pack. Cool. This might actually be a bit difficult to peel. This is absolutely going to stain my fingers badly. Last time I was poking around with turmeric, the stain didn't come off my fingernails for nearly 2.5 weeks. So that was, yeah, just shows you how, clingy this stuff is. do. Cool. Okay. Turmeric's dealt with. Toss that in there. Get as much of the turmeric stain off my fingers as I can. Cool. I will quickly blitz this. Let's turn off that sound because this thing is awful. That's there. That actually smells pretty good. Now for the next bit. Onion. That's what smells not great. Hoping it's not the onion. Okay, yeah. Just need to peel off a bit of the onion. Okay. Cool. 1 onion. And 2 onions. Provided these ones are actually safe to eat. Okay. Cool. Okay. Right. May as well also blitz these. Considering it's not really particularly going to be anywhere near important for anything to be even remotely solid in this. So, cut them. And into the processor. Which, once again, cool. Get the other one done. So that's done, and that will be honestly all of that for the rest of this. Most of the cooking will actually be over there. Right, wrong drill. There we go. You know what else helps? Preheating stove. Cool. Right. I should actually start grabbing out spices and things now. So, lots of spices. Apple cider vinegar. What else? Salt and pepper, which I should do while that stove warms up. Alright. Rock. And that's too much there. Cool. Some salt and pepper. Actually, I have some juniper berries, so I might toss those in here as well. So that'll be interesting. Come out, you bloody... Put this in the mix. Put the lid back on so nothing falls in the pot. Cool. And put this in the sink, which I will put some hot soapy water on, just so I can try and get the yellow stain out of it. Emphasis on try, by the way. That yellow's not coming out. It is very yellow. There are the juniper berries. That's a bit many. Yeah, that works. Turn that down a little, and let that keep simmering. Add salt. Probably won't need too much at the moment, considering there's already salt in with the mushrooms. So a little bit there. Other things to stick in the spice mix. This is, again, literally toss in whatever I want mix. What else? We'll be putting in a bit of cumin. Oh no, this one's not made. Yeah. And some cardamom. Maybe a little sumac. Cayenne pepper, yay or nay? Yeah, why not? Make myself some spicy mushroom sauce. Bit of paprika. Allspice. Herbs. Smells pretty good. And some that. Yeah, tossing the rest last of my Italian herb mix there. Pretty good because I'm being lazy on that front. And mixed herbs. I should stir that mushrooms. No, there's no mushrooms in here yet. Brain. Yes, I know. Stop being angry. Anything else to go in that mix? Yeah, a couple of bay leaves. They'll get crushed up. Okay. Now we need to get this over in there. That's always going to be fun. Spoon. Okay. Alright. Okay. Rinse this with a bit of apple cider vinegar. And a bit of water. water. And I will finish dealing with that in a minute. Cover this up. This smells pretty good. When my eyes aren't burning from the mixture of onion, ginger, and cayenne pepper. Sinuses. Alright, cool. I can actually move my computer closer. Can't I? Pull the right cord. That would have been an absolute fucking nightmare if I'd pulled the wrong one. Mostly because I'd have to reboot the camera. Alright, let's get that angled. Why the fuck are you open? Goddamn computer. I do not need Steam open. But, you know, I happen to accidentally click it open. Thank you. Okay. That good? Cool. Mushrooms. These are currently quite whole. Shit, did I leave these until... Hang on. Alright, so, mushrooms are in. Shit. No, it's fine. My brain's being weird. Is it? No, it's just my brain being weird. Okay. Okay, I actually need more water on this. So I'm going to quickly boil some. Alright. Okay. Come on. Alright. Helps if I actually set this properly. Hang on. Yeah. Helps if I set this properly. Yeah, my sinus is still hot. beyond that, a lot of waiting. I honestly should have put that water on to boil earlier. Oh, for... One moment. One of them somehow got air in them. There we go. That explains why they were rattling. Oh wait, right, that'd just be steam. I'm... duh. Brain. Shrooms. Right. And that water is almost boiled. Hurrah! Half a litre in there. Might need to put more in it a bit. Grab my spoon. And may as well fill that back up and put it back on to boil. And what else? Did I remember to put more water in my water bottle? No, I did not. Great. Lovely. Thank you, brain, for once again reminding me why I have no faith in it. Alright, so this is starting to boil, which will be nice. So, what other things do I need to do? suppose, while this is waiting, I could start setting up the sheets for... what's the word? Dehydrator. Because I'll be separating out the solid components and converting those into mushroom powder. But yeah, that's a bit down the line. And I can never remember how many sheets it was. Plus it changes a bit between when I cook it. What else? I am still a mess. I saying and whatnot too much, aren't I? Okay. I genuinely... Alright, I suppose I will, at the very least, start doing some of the cleanup I need to do to make sure... Hang on a sec. I need to Alright, sorry about that. Alright, might actually add some tomato paste. Why not? Alright. Ta-da! Cool. While that cooks down, so that I have... should probably deal with this. And also put this away. Yay, cleanup! The least favorite part of cooking. Ever. To be honest, I can probably put this to the side on a... These are clear for now. Cool. Yeah. Various items and such like. Have my trays over here for my nice lovely mug. What have I been up to lately? Done a couple of indie games, which has been fun. Dropped the equivalent of a nuke on a BBDG. That was fun. Nuking things that could swat us like bugs is always brilliant. So, what else? Got some blood tests done, so that was less fun. But, you know, needs must and all that. Fortunately, it's just a routine thing, not a, oh god, am I going to die kind of thing. So, you know, fun. There we go. Realizing that I need to replace the shoelaces on one of my boots. Starting to wear through, which is very annoying. They're nice boots. So, yeah, the thing's never coming off. And I don't have a dishwasher, so... Yeah. Cool. Spider-Man. What else? I should get that stuff, so that's done. Pointy things. Another pointy thing. Cool. Nice and clean. I'm gonna need this bowl again in a minute when I'm filtering out all the solids. Okay, so now that the washing's out of the way, well, almost, back to this. Give it a taste. Made that a bit spicier than expected. So this is going to have a kick to it. It might actually get a little bit less spicy as it cooks down. It does have a fair amount of ginger and stuff in it. It does need a little bit more salt though. Okay, salt in. Give it a quick stir. Cool. Is it good? Yep, salt's good. It is still spicy. That might be down to the amount of cayenne pepper I put in it, because I did not measure at all. Then again, there is also normal pepper in there. Yeah, fuck it, I like it. So, what next? I should probably actually get the dishes out of the way so that I can move my computer over there. Yeah, mushroom sauce and mushroom powder, fun stuff. Found out about it from another YouTube channel, the Townsends. They do a lot of old school cooking, so you can find a lot of things that aren't really made anymore on their channel. It's pretty good. So, other things that I've found on their channel that I've cooked before. I've done suet, which is frankly a pain in the ass to make on several levels. It's messy and time-consuming, and just, you know, generally not great to make. At least the processed form of suet is, anyway. Raw suet's a bit easier to deal with. Yeah, it's nothing like spending an hour in front of a cutting board, slicing massive chunks of fat off of the thing and pulling sinew out of it. But the results are useful, not that I ever actually got around to using it. Yeah. I will put this to the side because I'm going to be using it again in a minute. What else? Should probably pull out baking paper for later when I put strain out the mushrooms and put them in the dehydrator, which is on the other side of the house. The big pot has my glassware in it, which is being sterilised, so that my bottles of sauce are nice and properly sealed, so I don't have to deal with rot. Should probably make myself some tea, actually. What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, I actually need a second bowl to sort out mushrooms properly, don't I? Yeah. And I need to actually remember to drink water. I should probably set a timer or something. Or actually, get around to setting redeems. Because viewers are amazing at making people remember to actually look after themselves. Maybe I should put up a poll to see about any sort of future things I could cook. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. Yeah. Suppose one of those things could be attempt to make jambalaya again. I mean, the last one wasn't what I would call a proper jambalaya, but, tasted pretty good. What else? It came out more like a risotto than an actual proper jambalaya, so mildly annoyed on that front. On the other hand, I also, made significantly more than what the recipe was actually telling me, and I was also substituting ingredients for things that I could actually eat. So it came out surprisingly well for my bastardized mess that it was. What is there? Okay, apparently I hadn't dried that as thoroughly as I thought. What's next on my timeline for today? Yeah, I'll leave those there. To be honest, I can actually leave the rest of the stuff just there. It's not really in the way. Let's go over here. So, if you've poked around my channel before, you'll notice that I very much like mushrooms. A lot. Probably too much. Anyway, need to see if the ginger's actually cooked yet. That's pretty good. Might need to add a bit more moisture though. Turn on that pot over there for boiling. Should grab that and put that away. Alright, yeah, it's about to start, isn't it? I know, that's like 3 minutes away. Okay. I really need to get something to actually hold the What are the words I'm thinking of? Spoons and things rather than just sitting them on the bench. Cool. Why are you rattling again? Whatever, not my problem. What next? Probably put too much water in. Whatever. Might actually need a little more salt now that I've, what's the word? Watered it down a bit. This is a salty sauce. Yes, my kitchen setup is kind of awful for filming. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Okay. I'm money. Yeah, we'll let this heat up a bit more. Get it visibly boiling again. And then I will start separating out the solids. That will require another camera move again. Yeah. Okay. I will be right back after this ad break. Putting everything back on charge again because my computer's charge capacity is awful. And I'm back. Okay, this is boiling again. Barely. Tastes pretty damn good. I need to put this up here. Cool, and these things. That would actually help if I actually put this somewhere where it wasn't in the way. Which would probably be easier if I was better at arranging where things go. But, you know, I think I'll always be awful at arranging positions of things. Cool. Let's move this over here, a bit closer. And I actually should finish cleaning up these so that I can move this out of the way entirely. Because otherwise it's going to be taking up space while I'm trying to separate out very hot sauce and other things. Cool. I will need this over here. What else? Going to need this. And this one. And what else? Nice lovely sieve. Cool. Now for the slightly frustrating bit, actually. Sorting the solids and liquids. Right, pretty sure this is cooked through, at the very least. Yeah. I think all the solids are dealt with, anyway. I actually need to check that with a spoon. I'm pretty sure everything is properly cooked through. But, you know, gotta find a suitably chunky bit of mushroom. Yeah, that's cooked through. Okay. Just a bit more. Cool. So, step 1, press all the water out. This particular step would be much easier if I would ever actually get around to sewing up the edges of that piece of cloth I've got stored away in the cupboard, so that I could just, you know, directly squeeze it out, and, you know, not have to deal with this. Okay, so that's batch 1 of solids. Now for batch 2. Right. To be honest, I probably should have done these bowls the other way around. Definitely should have done these bowls the other way around. I will quickly do that. Should I? Actually, can I? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Definitely should have done the bowls the other way around, because this one is very quickly filling out. Yep. I am derp. Okie dokie. I will probably have to run that through the thing again, won't I? To be honest, I can probably turn this off while I am... what's the word? Yeah, screw it. Once it gets low enough, I'll turn it off. That's close. Da-da. Might be able to turn that down a bit. And then, once it's all been separated, I will put this back in there to be nice and piping hot when I put it in my bottles. There we go. Okay, turn that off so that it doesn't burn. Cool. Okay. So, once this one is done, I will set this to the side. And I will be done from there. And we have some very nice mushroom sauce. Provided you can actually see that. Yeah, cool. Okay. Put this back in here. Let me check. Turn that back on. Yeah. Is this? Yeah, there's not really any moisture left in that, so that's good. Cool. And this will be put aside. Cool. This will go over here somewhere. Okay. Write that down for a sec. Wait until this starts boiling again. Also need to get the remnants of the mushroom particulate off of this one. Otherwise, I don't want lots of solids in my sauce. Okay. I also need the spatula, don't I? So once that starts boiling again, I'm going to yank the stuff out of here. The glass jars, that's the word. I'm then going to... Actually, there's something I should yank out already. Hot steam. My funnel. And also and probably get away with yanking that out, since this one is not going to be precious. This one's not going to be pressure sealed, just want to make sure it's properly cleaned. God damn it. Okay. Should probably also grab something so that I don't burn my hands. And you should also be able to do the lids, actually. They're nice and clean. It's just the bottles I need hot for the pressure seals. And just leave those. Cool. So. That lid back on. This is not yet boiling again. No, it should be shortly. Actually, while that starts to boil, I can actually begin to prepare the trays of mushrooms. Maybe. Provided the bottles don't start screaming at me again. So, we have lots of trays. So, how's it? Yeah. Grab my scissors. I need to remember I actually have these, don't I? So, number one, spoon. Okay, so grab a bit of this. Scatter it semi-evenly across the surface. This will then be going in the dehydrator for about 10 hours, maybe 12. So, and then tomorrow I will grind it up with this. Should probably spread it out a little more than what it is. Not that it particularly matters, I can just leave it on for longer if it's not fully dehydrated. And I think that's, yeah, that's good enough. Just probably spread that a little to the corner more. Okay, cool, good enough. I can put this away for a second. Grab another one. Okay. Grab another one. Okay. Can probably stack a bit on the other two, as a little bit more on the other two, honestly. Which I will quickly do. Okay, so that bit's done. I won't bother showing putting the yeah, I won't bother showing putting this thing in the dehydrator. It's not that much. I don't think this will actually boil. Whatever. Oh boy, now for the fun bit. Okay. Ready? Right. I am derp. Again. Shit. My wrists are not cooperating. Okay. And I'm not doing this fast enough, am I? Okay, that one's good. Shit. Right, that will seal. Next one. And turn that one off as well. Oh, shit. That was close. Did I accidentally make too much this time? Maybe. Well, shit. The one time I decide to only use 3, I accidentally make too much. Okay, I actually need to pop this one open. Shit. Add a bit more. And then grab my third bottle, which will not be getting sealed, but then again it will also be getting shit, immediately used. So normally I only make enough to fill 2.5. So the fact that I made so much extra this time is a bit startling, actually. Shit. Oh well. That's, a bit wild. Right. This one's not properly sterilized. Reminder to self. I will put them separately so that I don't forget. Alright, these 3 go right here. This one will be right here. Leave that there. A bit of water in this one, so I can clean it a bit. And so that there's not very hot thing. Cool. Where this? Let's have a look. Okay, so I have 4 actually. Nice bottles of provided camera can actually see that. Okay, there we go. Bottles of mushroom sauce. These ones are actually preserved. I did not expect myself to accidentally make extra this time, so this one is going to be kept separately from these ones, because I did not sterilize this one. This one's going to have to be the first one I'm using. Other than that, I don't actually think there's anything else left to do except for put the, what's the word? The mushroom, the solid part of this sauce, the mushrooms, into the dehydrator. From there, it's just waiting and then, well, grinding out with my mortar and pestle. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's all. suppose, yeah, that'd be it for today. Let's see, might as well send everyone on. As always, thank you for watching. Where should I go? Da, 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 da. Let's see. Help if I click right buttons, wouldn't it? Really would. Okay. What will send you to... I'll send you here. Alright, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for coming around, and I hope to see you next time.